The USAID education policy, released in November 2018, sets priorities and direction for the agency's investments in both basic and higher education. The policy also aligns with the U.S. government International Basic Education Strategy that was released in September 2018. Our vision in this policy is a world where partner country education systems enable all children and youth to acquire the education and skills needed to be productive members of society. Building on the progress USAID has made over the last decade to improve learning outcomes at scale, the policy identifies 4 priority outcome areas that USAID education programming should address.
First, we want children and youth, particularly the most marginalized and vulnerable, to have increased access to quality education that is safe, relevant, and promotes social well-being. Second, it is important that children and youth gain literacy, numeracy, and social-emotional skills. These skills are foundational to future learning and success. Third, youth gain the skills they need to lead productive lives, gain employment, and positively contribute to society. And for the final priority outcome, we will build the capacity of higher education institutions to be central actors in development in their own countries by allowing them to better conduct and apply research, deliver quality education, and engage with communities.
The policy lays out 6 principles to drive mission decision-making and investments in education programming. Prioritize country focus and ownership. Focus investments on measurably and sustainably improving outcomes. Strengthen systems and develop capacity in local institutions. Work in partnership and leverage resources. Drive decision-making and investments using evidence and data. Promote equity and inclusion. We know that each country has unique needs and is at a different point on the journey to self-reliance, and we should program to meet those needs. The policy gives missions more flexibility to focus on country ownership and context in education programming. The policy emphasizes understanding and working to improve systems, including both state and non-state institutions, to measurably and sustainably improve learning and educational outcomes. Many children and youth would be denied access to education if not for non-state schools and providers, including private, for-profit, nonprofit, community, faith-based, and other non-governmental organizations. USAID will provide evidence and technical leadership on issues of non-state schools and providers to measurably and equitably improve learning outcomes.
The policy allows education earmarked funds to be used for a wider range of education activities and programming, particularly for youth workforce development, a commonly under-resourced area. The policy is not time-bound. It is meant to guide USAID education programming and investments over the short term, as well as promote support for long-term sustained change. And finally, the policy encourages cross-sector collaboration and new ways of thinking. Any bureau, office, and mission with education programming, regardless of the account, program area, or funding source, should ensure their programming is aligned with the principles and priorities of the policy.
The policy is accompanied by program cycle implementation and operational guidance that helps USAID operating units understand the policy and its practical implications for programming. For example, it provides key considerations for how the policy should be integrated in each phase of the program cycle. It provides guidance on the use of basic education and higher education earmarked funds. It also covers agency-level monitoring and results reporting. Additional training and resources are available and are continually being added to and updated on education links. We're excited to implement this USAID education policy with all of our partners and stakeholders. Together, we can improve learning outcomes for children and youth around the world.